Welcome back to Virginia This Morning live here on CBS 6. Have you heard of corona crisis fatigue? Our next guest is a psychiatrist who talks about this timely topic and shares her insights with Jessica.
It's no surprise to say that our country is continuing to suffer from the coronavirus fatigue, and that could be ongoing, as Dr. Anthony Fauci recently suggested the worst could be yet to come. But we have some help today from Dr. Carole Liberman. She is an award-winning, best-selling author and board-certified psychiatrist from Beverly Hills. It is wonderful to see you, Dr. Liberman. Thank you for making time.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
This is such an incredibly important conversation. Again, not a surprise when we say we are all incredibly tired after this perpetual stress of the last year, and yet it's not uplifting to hear that the worst could be ahead of us. What are we to do?
Well, we're first of all not supposed to pay attention to all that gloom and doom, but crisis fatigue, that's what we're all going through. And it is when we have one crisis after another, as we have had, first coronavirus and then George Floyd's murder and racial unrest and political unrest, which of course has been escalating over the months. And so what crisis fatigue is when we have one crisis like this after the other and we don't have time to breathe or certainly to heal. So it is more and more of a stress on our physical health and our mental health, and we're seeing the effects of that. And also, not just the coronavirus as an illness, but the lockdowns and all of the mandates that have come because of it. But, during this time, as I've been trying to help people with each of these crises, I've developed an anagram, a way for people to remember more easily what it is that they should do every day to help strengthen their immune system, to be less vulnerable to coronavirus, and to strengthen their mental health as well. So would you like to hear it?
Absolutely. These steps are so important. And when you are faced with that perpetual crisis mode, one incredibly strong crisis after the next, it puts you in that state. So what can we do? You do have some great insights in this anagram for us.
Yes, the anagram is heal myself. And each letter of heal myself stands for a behavior, something that you can easily do every day to heal yourself. And so heal, H is for healthy, nutritious food. Instead of all the things that we are, of course, drawn to, the comfort food, we can have some of that, but we need to have mostly try to have healthy, nutritious food. E is for exercise. Depending upon where you live, you might, and the current state, you may be locked down, so you might not be able to take walks far from your home, but a walk in the sun is great. Otherwise, put on music and exercise in your living room. A is for aromatherapy. You can get aromatherapy candles like lavender, which is very calming, or you can put flowers around your house, which have aromas that are very sweet and beneficial as well. L is for laughter. I have been telling this to my own patients. I've been continuing to do therapy through Zoom. And when I tell them they need to take at least an hour a day for laughter, they say, what? Because we kind of feel guilty in a sense, even doing that, laughing while there's all this horror going on in the world. But it is really important for our mental and physical health. And it's easy to find sitcoms, romantic, comedic movies, jokes on Googling jokes on the internet. There are many, if you have kids watching cartoons with them, there are many ways to find laughter. So that's heal. Myself. M is for meditation or calming music. Y is for your choice of vitamins and supplements, the kind that help your immune system. S is for sleep. We need to at least try to get 8 hours. E is for engage with family and friends to support each other. L is for limiting your daily intake of gloom and doom. When we see and hear, I get in my car and turn on the radio, And the first thing I hear all the time, no matter when I turn it on, is statistics. In Los Angeles, how many people have died? How many people in the hospital? I mean, of course, that's tragic, but that is not helping us. It is only weakening our immune system. I'm not saying we shouldn't have compassion for these people, but we need to limit the amount that we obsess over these kinds of things. And F is follow your passion. Whatever the limitations are for you, the mandates in your town, certainly you can find things to do that you are passionate about and perhaps you didn't have time to do before the lockdowns or before coronavirus. So that's it. Heal myself. And every day, if you do these things every day, you will be strengthening your immune system, which of course will let you be a little less fearful or panicky about getting COVID. And most importantly, or well, equally important, you'll be helping your mental health as well. And you know that we are in the studies all show, and the studies they really don't show the degree because people don't answer, necessarily how mentally ill they're feeling. So,
right.
So that it will help that as well.
That's right. Important steps to take so that we do make it through this perpetual crisis mode and combat the fatigue. And I would venture to guess we're almost out of time, but you could substitute the F for fuzzy friend because I see yours walking around and I have beans. So daily hug on fuzzy friend. Dr. Liberman, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Great talking with you. And we'll be sure to share a link to more information so people can learn more about you and your work and those best-selling books that you have offered the world. We'll have that on WTBR.com/VTM.